In this video, I have compiled a list of the top 5 best tactical knives in the market that are worth buying. So let's get started. Number 5. I've always seen Gerber as Buck's ugly cousin. They're mostly American-made, and are known for a few really solid designs, but their penchant for cheap, outsourced designs over the last decade or so often leaves a flat taste in the mouth, or hand, I guess. Unlike Buck, though, they tend toward a military aesthetic that produces tactical designs at a higher rate. It has the look and some of the feel, but the Strongarm should really be taken with a grain of salt. It's a decent tactical knife that can take some abuse by virtue of being made up of a lot of soft materials. The 420HC steel is good, but doesn't hold a great edge. The rubber handle gives you a good grip without being too clingy, but the balance doesn't feel quite right. But it's fairly cheap, and it's one of those knives that you can always get to work for whatever you're doing. It's light. There are a lot of viable carry options with the sheath. The handle is shaped to provide a guard in a non-intrusive way. The design has some great lines to it. The problems really come from materials and execution, and even there I'd say give you plenty of use for the price. Number 4. Going by strict definition, the Z4 is not a tactical knife. It was made for survival and bushcraft tasks, and it should be seen as something optimized for a wilderness environment. But Z does this neat thing where they make their knives really easy to modify. And since the base design is so solid, and the manufacturing is pretty much always spot on, there's a lot of room to play. The blade stock is thick, and 1095 is really easy to grind, so you can get this thing to be pretty damn slissy. And while I don't particularly like the feel of their micarta scales, they're easy to switch out, and a Z makes 3D G10 scales that fill the hand better. The point is, in a world of high speed, low drag options in the tactical knife world, the Z4 is the potential for a more outdoorsy option for people who just aren't comfortable with the usual fare in this category. If this seems cool to you. Number 3. The Isowa's strength is largely in its size. You can carry it pretty much anywhere, around the neck, scout style on the belt, front side off the hip, in your boot, in your glove box. Really the only limitation is your imagination and your local knife laws. It has a thin profile when it's sheathed, and you can get it with a pretty versatile belt clip that's really easy to adjust and slip onto whatever strap or belt you have on you or a backpack. The Isowa 2 is a fun knife for outdoor adventures like hiking or camping, but it is also a good choice for self-defense. When it's out of the sheath, it's a tough little thing that can pack a punch, but you'll probably need to work with it to get the edge to a really effective sharpness. The factory edge is usually serviceable, but Z likes to leave some room for the end user to play with it. Number 2. KhanBar isn't the most modern knife on the market, but it remains one of the most versatile knives on the market. What do you need a tactical knife for? Fighting and self-defense? Camping? Hiking, hunting, all the other tasks you could ever face in this big mean world? Well, the KhanBar can handle it. This tool has proven itself throughout several wars, including World War II, Vietnam, and the global war on terror. The KhanBar 7-inch blade features a small section of serration that allows you to rip and tear into thicker materials. The blade sports a big belly, allowing for deep cuts and solid slices. You can skin game, sharpen steaks, and cut deep without a ton of effort. Its handle is wrapped in leather for a surer grip, and the clip point blade makes it fairly versatile. The classic KhanBar has stuck around for decades for a reason, and it's still a solid, multi-use tactical knife. Number 1. Most knife nuts give the nod to the Spyderco Paramilitary 2, colloquially referred to as the PM2, as the best EDC knife out there, capable of tackling big jobs and small with equal ease and polish. They're not wrong, of course, The PM2 is my answer to the weird hypothetical if you had to keep only one knife forever question some people like to ask. But its big brother the military is probably better suited to a tactical role, thanks largely due to its size. Stretching nearly 10 inches, from tip to butt when open yet only weight 4½ ounces, the military packs a ton of blade into a pocketable package. It weighs so little by sweating the details. The liners are nested inside the G10 scales and skeletonized, provide strength without weighing you down. All of the hardware, including the lanyard hole, sits flush with the handles for a smooth grip as well. One odd thing about the military, right-hand tip-down carry only, with a clip that spans the pivot screw. The military's blade shape is a long, thin fully flat ground clip point with a perfectly straight spine and a continuous curve to the edge that stretches out a full 4 inches compared to the PM2's 3.4 inches blade. Standard steel is CPMS 30V for around $175, but you can also upgrade to CPMS 110V and Blurple G10 scales for $191. There's also a fluted titanium military with intricately machined, contoured titanium scales, and a frame lock, for $225, but larger size and weight, 5.6 ounces, doesn't match the high-speed low-drag ethos of tactical knives. The military is rock solid but feather light, a great slicing and piercing knife, and made from top-notch materials. Thanks for watching, guys. That's all for now. I hope you guys liked this video. If this video is helpful to you, please make sure to like, comment and subscribe. Hope to see you guys in the next video.